Hello everybody, Scoutcrafter here again. Today I want to do a quick restoration, nothing over the top, and something that every one of you can do to bring an old wrench back to life. Let's check it out.
I got 3 wrenches in the mail today. 2 of them are really nice restoration jobs, but this one here came with it, and I really don't, I'm not crazy about pipe wrenches, but now I could do a nice over-the-top restorate, but I want to do this just like it came from the factory, okay? So let's take a look at what this looks like. And I want to do a real quick one so that if you just wanted to take a wrench like this and turn it over, a wrench like this you could pick up for $2 or $3 and you could sell it if it looks really, decent enough. You could sell it for 20, but it doesn't pay unless you knock it out real quick. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try and do a real quick one on this Ridgid wrench.
Now the first thing we did was take it over to the large wire brush. Now if you didn't have a wire brush, to make it easier on yourself, you could give it a vinegar bath for a couple days and that'll make it come off much easier. Then we went inside with the Dremel and took all the rust out from inside the wrench to make it look nice and clean.
Okay, here's where we're at. Off the wire brush, all the rust is gone. Took all the rust out of inside of there, took that little spring out. There's 2 springs actually. That's a leaf spring and a coil spring. You can see to the right. Everything's nice and cleaned out in there. The jaws look excellent. Everything looks good. Now if you notice here, you see here, this, it's where the seam ends, meets, and you see it's a little bit rough. That's normally Ridgid paints their whole tool up to this line orange. I got the orange. I went to the store. Chevrolet orange. That's the color. It's a beautiful color. Used it many a times, but and then up here, same thing. Now look at what beautiful castings they have and what great steel. Now even with all that rust, it looks perfect. You see the rust doesn't eat into the metal like a lot of high carbon steels do. And there we have the Ridgid and obviously the trademarks. Now I have to decide where to go from here. Cleaned up, got the inside cleaned out with the little Dremel. Everything's good. I could put this back together. I could spray it from here down orange and we could call Bob's your uncle, right? I don't know. We have to see.
Now it's been a while since I used this duplicolor paint, but it really does dry quick. And we sprayed it up, put it on the furnace for a couple days, and you remember what the wrench looked like before, my favorite part.
Well, we're calling this wrench done. This is what you would call a regular restoration. This is a real restoration, not like the over-the-top things I do. But this is taken back. We put it just like you would get this wrench out of the Ridgid catalog or any of the plumbing supply shops. This is the way they come. And one thing I did was shellacked everything that's bare metal, so to stop the rust. Taped everything off, painted it, gave it one heavy coat of that Chevy orange, and you could see it's a thick paint. That paint that is an automotive paint. It's grease and oil resistant, and also dries extremely quick. I mean, this thing was dry in 10 minutes, but you could see it works absolutely beautiful because the threads are all nice and cleaned out, and we also besides shellacking everything, I put my little mix of 50-50 mineral oil and petroleum jelly, and you can see that's a protectant, and it also will work just, smooth as can be. And for these pipe wrenches. Now, if you want to do this at home, you could do the same thing using these type of brushes on your drill. You could use one of these. They work exactly the same. The only tools we used to do this restoration was a wire brush. That's it. And a Dremel to do the inside, to get inside there. But you could do everything with manual tools, and you could get a tool that looks exactly like it did come from the factory. Again, shellacked over here so we don't have to worry about rust anymore. This one's done. It's going to go in a drawer, and we'll work on the other 2 that came with it. All right, thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.